Hi guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So my last video you guys probably seen was where I was telling you that, I was getting some procedures done. At this moment, I've gotten one of them done, and it's been like probably a week since I got it done on my lower back, and it's kind of flared up a little bit, so I've got my nice little pillow I'm sitting on down here. But I want to play with some makeup, some more new to me type makeup. It's probably going to be more new to me based on what's left. But I hope you guys enjoyed my last video that had some new makeup and stuff in it. But yeah, I still have like 2 more totes over here, so I want to kind of use some of the things that I've got over here, so it helps me kind of decide what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to start with primers, and then I'll do brows, because that's how I like to start my routine. So the 2 primers I have left from last time is the Time Bomb Face Primer from the Balm, and this ZC Multi-Effect Makeup Primer. There's really no instructions or claims on this tube, so I'm not sure exactly what type of primer it is. The Balm Primer, Time Balm, says it's designed to be worn alone for visibly softer skin or under makeup so your look stays put. Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be kind of blurring and maybe gripping, since makeup says stay put. Let me open it up here and kind of feel the texture. This is the component. I haven't really used much from the Balm. I used to have their highlighter that was like popular kind of back in the day, and I think I had like a mini blush that I really liked. I'm trying to get this little seal off that they put on. So let's just, okay, so it's kind of like a lotiony texture. Ooh, okay, it feels very silicone-y, like that very greasy feel, which was pretty typical back in the day for pore filling primers. If you're an oily girl, these are usually not your favorite type of primer to fill. Yeah, this is very, very greasy feeling. I am more of like a combo, oily combo. I get very oily in my T-zone area. But the rest of my face is more combo. Normal, I guess you'd say. So, as far as blurring, I do feel like it's softened my pores and stuff. Not a lot, but a little bit. Like, it's not bad. I just don't like the feel of this one. Alright, I'm going to try the ZC one now. It just says Multi-Effect Makeup Primer. You know what? Let me see if I can look it up. Okay, so it looks like they have this in like color correcting too. I'm going to assume this is 03 Natural, which recommended for skin that wants to hide blemishes, creates a natural looking complexion while covering pores. Choose a according shade that suits your complexion and looks radiant all day. Pair the shades together for a more precise correction. Makeup feel is always online, and the base makeup is not easy to be modeled. I don't know what that means. Anti-dull layered radiance. Added niacinamide plus vitamin C derivatives. Create a natural looking complexion. A bottle of multi-effect light on the skin. I'm guessing it's just gonna like blur and even out the skin tone based on what that says. Oh no. Oh, it's the green one. Oh, okay. Somehow I missed that. Alright, well that works for me because I have redness and I really like green color correctors for my redness. So I'm going to just put that in my main problem area, which is like right here, and then right through here I get some redness. I'm sure it said on my card that, because I got this in a subscription box, it probably said that it was a green color corrector and I just forgot. I still have some on my hand. Okay, let me take a look, see how that did. Oh yeah, that definitely toned down my redness. Like it's still prominent a bit right here, but that's typical with me. So let me try a little something here. Get a little more focused in that area. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wouldn't wear it on its own, me personally, because it does leave a bit of the green cast on my face. But it does a good job of canceling out my redness. It's actually one of the better ones I've used for that. I'm just gonna kind of take this brush a little bit here. Just kind of stipple it in a little bit more. Okay. So far, I like the ZC color correcting one. The Time Bomb one, I just don't like how greasy it feels on my hands, because I feel like I have to wash my hands in between applying makeup, and I don't really care for that. That's just a pet peeve. Alright, so while I'm letting those sink in, I think I have some brow gels to try. I think I'm going to have to grab a brow pencil though, because I don't think I have one to try out. Yeah, okay. So I have two brow gels. I have the Max Hold Clear Brow Gel from Melt to try, and I have the Pro Sculpt Clear Brow Gel from Mirabella. Let's see here if these are before or after. Okay, so the Mirabella one is definitely for setting your brow. Alright, so let's do with the Melt one because it actually says for a laminated brow effect. So we'll put it on first to try that out. And to be fair to it, I am gonna do the same thing I always do, which is brush up my brows with a spoolie first to kind of get it started because I don't have that many brow hairs. As you can see, I have very thin brows. Very thin, very light in color. I usually dye them, but I haven't done that in a while. Alright, so let's go in with, oh, that's an interesting applicator. It's flat and curved. Okay, let me look at the directions again. A laminated brow effect, apply generously to brow hairs. Flatten by pressing the hair into the skin while brushing upwards and outwards with the applicator. Adjust shape as desired before the product sets. Allow the brow gel to set before coloring in. Okay. Alright. I'm going to try this. There may be some user error with this though, because I've never used a brow gel with this type of applicator. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, it almost smells like glue. Like Elmer's glue. Okay. I mean, it's hard to tell with my brows because they're so light. Then on this side, you can definitely see them brushed up. And it's very, very stiff. Like, I don't think these are going to be moving at all today. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of brow hairs, so I'm not the best person to try this out on. But I'm sure there's people out there with other videos using this product. I mean, I can definitely say I don't think these are going to be moving throughout the day. Like, they are up. Almost, now that I brush those up, I almost look like I have no brows at all. Like, I'm almost bald there. Okay. I'm letting those dry down because it said to fully let it dry. It feels very, very stiff. And I'm not a huge fan of a brow gel that feels super stiff. I think, like I said, I think it might be where I don't have that many brow hairs. I think I'm going to feel it more than someone who has a bunch of brow hairs. Let me grab my favorite pencils. Alright, so I'm going to go in, as soon as this dries, I'm going to go in with my 2 brow pencils, pens, or whatever, that I use on a daily. Actually, they're both brow pencils. One's a slim one, and one is the Brow Bestie. They're both from LA Girl. I mean, the product is going over top of it okay. I think I'm just someone who prefers doing my brows first and then putting a setting brow gel down, because I just kind of have some issues and with the texture when I'm trying to apply the makeup over the brow. Like, I'm trying to use the pencil, excuse me, when I'm trying to use the pencil over the brow, it's a little harder for me to do it. But that's just me. I think it's just a texture thing for me because the brow feels like it's hard and not pliable for me to kind of like move it around. But I mean, there's no problem applying it. As you guys saw, it went on. It's just me. I don't think I'm going to need to use the Mirabella brow today though, so I'll save that for another time because this is already kind of doing what it needs to do. It's not budging, so it wouldn't be fair to test out the Mirabella setting brow gel when it's already had an advantage. I think if you're someone who loves the laminated brow look and you like that stiff, like they're not gonna move brow gel, this would be for you. It's not really my cup of tea, but I mean that's our right. As people, we have different interests. You know, I can tell you my preferences, and if you have similar preferences to me, then that may help you out. Or if you have a different preference and I'm telling you, hey, it does this, you know, it might help you out as well. That way you're not wasting your money on something that you're on the fence about. I'm just kind of going back in with my other pencil, the thicker one. This is probably going to get passed on to someone else unless I use it after I've done my brow pencils first and then I try this. But if it's gonna feel like this all day, that's gonna bug me. It's just a texture thing for me. Alright, let's move on to do I want to start with eyes today for foundation? Now let's start with eyes and then we'll go into complexion products. I may have to change my battery in between because it's getting kind of low there. So I got a couple of new eyeshadow options. I think the ones I want to use today though are, you know, I definitely want to try this new Sugar Drizzle Plumeria Dragon. It's new to me. Got it in a subscription box, Ice Cream Beauty box. And same with the Ultimate Cappuccino from DD Signature. I think these both are indie brands. See if I can look at the color stores and kind of incorporate both, maybe, somehow. Maybe I'll do one look on one eye and one look on the other eye. Alright, so yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do one look on one eye and one look on the other eye because I'm not going anywhere today. So if it turns out it doesn't look, you know, great color story wise, let me grab an eye primer. I always use an eye primer, usually two, because I usually use my base primer first for my mattes, and then I'll use a tacky primer for my shimmers. I'm just going to use the one I've been enjoying. This is the LA Girl Pro Primer. It's the stick primer. This reminds me of the Sigma one. Just a little bit drier of a formula than the Sigma one. Alright, sorry about that guys, my battery was dying. I used the LA Girl Stick Primer. One thing I noticed, I believe it was this eyebrow, yeah, this eyebrow, I don't know if I put too much product in it or what. When I was putting the eye primer kind of closer to the brow, it was like hardening up into like little flakes. I don't like that. So I just wanted to note that, because that can affect how your eyeshadow sticks up there. But I'm going to go in and try these two in the palettes. like I said, I'm not going anywhere today, so if the eye looks are not like cohesive with each other, it won't matter. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with the DD Signature one first, and I'm going to go in with my Lunar Beauty LBE 3 brush, and I want to go into Frappuccino, which is this color right here. There is some kick up in the pan. And I'm going to do that on this right eye. Very nice pigmentation. I'm just going to build it up a little more. I'm going to round it out a little bit out here, maybe wing it, I'm not sure yet. I think I might try to wing it a bit. This shadow is very easy to work with. Yeah, that's like one of the easiest winged out shadow, because I'm not good at winged out looks. But I mean, look at that. That's almost kind of like perfect winged out. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Pleasantly surprised. All right, so I think I'm gonna go into Sweet Cream next. Oop. The shade right here is like a pinky color. And I'm going to see how that kind of builds on top. Again, some kick up, but it's very minimal. And I'm just going to kind of put that right in here. Let me not kick it off. There we go. It's just giving a slight pinky tone to that. It's almost turning it like a rosy mauve color. And I think I want to go into Hot Chocolate. It's like really deep. I think it's kind of like a, I wanted to say it's a burgundy brown, but I think it's just like a deep chocolatey brown. I mean, it is called Hot Chocolate for a reason. And I'm going to put that on my outer corner here. These blend super easy. This is a nice formula. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on my inner corner too. I think I might try a halo eye today. I might regret it, but when I have to do the other eye and try to get it kind of cohesive looking. But what the heck, we're playing. I like this formula, this palette so far. These shades are layering super nice and blending like effortlessly. That is pretty. Yeah, I like that. I'm going back in. I'm going to go in with a bigger brush though. I'm going to go into that Sweet Cream again. I'm just gonna go back across here. Alright, now I'm going to take the Bella Beauté Bar Shimmer Stay. I've tried this in the last new makeup video. It's a good alternative for the NYX glitter glue that I've been using for years. I'm just going to put that right here in the center of my lid. Like I said, this is not as sticky as the NYX glitter glue, but it still works wonderfully. I think I might have got a little bit too much. Just let me kind of take a flat brush. Just kind of pat it down a bit. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So I want to go into, I think, Pumpkin Spice, that shimmer right here. Shimmer right here. I'm just going to use that same brush, go in. Ooh, that is so sparkly. Yes, I use the glitter glue, but I also spray my shimmers because it really helps with any fallout. I'm going to try it with the brush and see how I like it. Most of the time, I'm someone who likes it to apply with a finger, but oh, wow. Okay, that is gorgeous. Okay, most of the time, I don't like shimmers applied with a brush. But wow, that is like high shine. And so sparkly. Okay. That is gorgeous. Alright, just for kicks. I'm going in my finger because I want to see how impactful this gets. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, I love this shimmer formula. Like the mattes are really good too. Like I said, they are super blendable, but the shimmers, chef kiss. So at least just this one I've used. All right, so I'm gonna go back into that hot chocolate shade, and I'm just gonna reapply that pigment back over the edges to blend. Wow, okay, yeah, even the shimmers with these mattes blend super easy. Yes, okay. This is my first time ever trying this brand, and I am in love so far. I'm just gonna say it. I've only used, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 shades, and I'm already in love with this brand. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and try this Sugar Drizzle brand. Let me make sure my eye primer is not creasing on this side. Okay, we're good. And I think this eye is probably going to be more colorful, just because this palette is a bit more colorful than the DD Signature one. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to grab a different brush. Try one kind of similar in shape. Alright, let's try this one. let's go in with the Singe Beauty E05. And I think I'm gonna try Puff of Smoke first. It's kind of a taupey matte shade. Okay. Alright. Applying nicely. Okay. And then I'm going to go into trying to decide if I want to create something similar or not. Yeah, let's try to create something kind of similar in the eye look. Let's go into Miss Dragon. It's kind of a mauve shade. And put that in the crease. Same little bit of kick up in the pan, but it's very minimal. Alright, let's put that right there. Okay. They're blending pretty nice too. Alright, and then I think I'm going to go into this shade here called Slay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And put that on the inner and outer, well, I said it backwards, the outer and the inner part of my eye. Yeah, this one's a little more of a burgundy-ish purple, where this is more of a, you know, like it says hot chocolate, more of a chocolatey brown. And I wanted to try and give somewhat of a similar vibe. I'm gonna go in with the Bella Beauté Bar Shimmer Stay. I'm going to use that same flattish dome-shaped brush, which was a ColourPop E18. I'm just going to flip it on the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to go into this beautiful light shimmer here called Fire Kiss. I'm going to go into this shimmer here called Fire Kiss. Okay, and I am going to spray it just like I did the other one. My fan decided to blow it back in my face. Alright. And then let's just apply to the center. Okay, this is a very pretty shimmer. It's very high shine as well. It's not as reflective as this one. Could just be a different type. Like, I'll have to look them up because, like, sometimes they're multi-chrome, sometimes they're, reflective or something like that. I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't know like the different formulas, but I can look it up to see what it says. But this is a very pretty shimmer too. Yeah. As you can see that it's very high shine as well. I'm gonna go in and use my finger on top, just like I did the other side, because I wanted to see how it looks. Yeah, that's much better. Super pretty. I like both these palettes so far. I love both eye looks. Let me grab my brush. I'm going to go back in to that Slay shade, and I'm going to build up on the edges. Blend it back in. It is a very pigmented shade, so be careful with it because it can overpower the look. Gorgeous. Love it. Love, love, love it. Alright, and then I'm going to go back into Miss Dragon with a bigger brush, and then probably Puff of Smoke as well. And just kind of go back over that crease. Alright, so just using the couple shades out of both of these palettes that I have used. I like both of these formulas. Like I said, I'm pretty sure both of these are indie brands. I really love indie brands. A lot of times their formulas are a lot better than some mainstream brands, to be honest with you. Especially shimmer formulas, I've noticed. Depending on the brand, sometimes they have a lot more fallout than others, but I mean, you guys can see it. Look how reflective these shimmers are, and look how beautifully blended these mattes are. I love them both. I can't wait to kind of use them on their own and try some other looks out. But so far, yeah, I would definitely recommend both. Let me check here. I don't think I have any fallout. Yeah, I have no fallout from either one of those palettes, which is nice. That's important for me because I hate when I have all kinds of glitter under my eye. Like Glam Light is kind of notorious for that. That's why I always do my eyes first with, definitely if I'm using a Glam Light palette. I usually do any more anyways with everything, but if I'm using Glam Light, I definitely am. Okay, I think that's pretty. Now let's start getting into face products now. So I have two foundations I can try. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in Pore Neutral. And I have the Tier Mask Fit All Over Cushion Foundation in 23 in Sand. This foundation has went viral, like all over the place pretty much. This is a, I believe I don't know if it's Korean or Japanese brand. They did apparently release, okay, it's made in Korea, so it's Korean. They did release a lot more of a shade range, because initially, like when I bought mine, as you can see, I've got a pink packaging instead of the red. It had very little shades. I think it was like 3 shades, and this was the darkest that I could find at the time. But it comes in a compact like this. I've only ever used like I think 1 cushion foundation. This one is apparently supposed to be pretty full coverage, so you have it comes sealed like this. So I'm just going to remove that. And then you have, let me just kind of dispose. Ooh. Oh, there's got foundation everywhere. Okay. So you open it up and you have this little puff type thing that's in there. And then here is the foundation. Got a feeling this might be too light for me, but we will see. So from what I've seen, you just press the whole thing down in there. 1 second. I think I'm putting, like, there was a certain way, I think it's supposed to be like this to put your hand to not have as much pressure on the pad. Alright, and then you use your lid to kind of like tap it a bit, and then you just go in with the foundation. I think the shade match is actually not too bad. It smells very fragranced. Yeah, it smells like perfume. Not a huge fan of that. Because you guys know I have sensitivity to stuff. It definitely has coverage. I'm doing half my face right now. I can't stand it. It smells like a perfume bottle in my face. I haven't heard anybody talk about that in their videos. I mean, you guys can see I did it on this side of my face. You can see the coverage as opposed to my natural. Alright. I'm going to do the rest of my face and I'll be right back and we'll do like cream blushes and things like that. Alright, I'm back and the shade just a tad too light, but I can always bronze up the face. As someone who is over 40, this is a very full coverage foundation and it's showing like all my texture, all my lines. Like my lights are kind of dimming it out, like smoothing it. Let me see if I can turn it down and show you guys up close. Like you can kind of see it clinging to everything on my face. If you're someone who loves full coverage foundations and doesn't have as much texture on your face as I do, I think you'll like it, but it's just not for me. I don't like how my base is looking with this. I mean, maybe I applied too much. I mean, I did the little tricks that they say to do with, you know, tapping it off in the lid and not getting too much on the sponge to begin with. But yeah, I just don't like it. Yeah, it's just not for me. Not for me. Let's move on. I want to try some concealer. And I have two that I picked up I have the L'Oreal Paris 24-hour Infallible in vanilla, 355 vanilla, or the L'Oreal True Match with hyaluronic caffeine in the shade Light Medium W3. I think I'm going to go with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible because it's lighter than the True Match, since this foundation is a little light on me. So let's go in with it. I'm just going to put it under my eyes. And all the places I like to kind of highlight with my concealer, which is my forehead, my nose, and my chin. Alright, and looking to see if I have a bronzer while I'm letting this kind of set a little bit. I don't believe I do. No. So let me grab one. I'm going to do the ColourPop bronzing stick in Moonstone. I'm just going to take my stippling brush and blend that out. I've used this ColourPop one several times. I like it. Let's blend out this concealer. I'm going to use the Singe Beauty FO2. It's one of my favorite for eye primers, concealers. I'm going to have a bright under eye today. That is I might need to get a little bit darker of a shade in that one. I knew it was going to be light, but not quite that light. But I really like how it's blending out. Super easy. I like that. I like the way it looks. It's just a little too bright for me. So in a different shade, definitely, yeah. Alright, so let me move on. I have some blushes to try. Okay, so I have 3 blushes here. I have the Purlisse Blush Glow BB Cheek Color. Sweet Rose is the shade. I also have the L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Blush in Dewy Rich Coral. And I have this Unearthly Liquid Blush in the shade Nirvana. I think I'm going to try the Unearthly Nirvana one on this side and the Lumi Coral one on this side. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere today, so let's just play around. Okay. I got this one in their, I believe it was the Charmer Mystery Box collection. I'm just going to start with just one dot. Oh, that's like a deep purple. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just go in with that stippling brush. Oh, whoops. I put it on the wrong side, but oh well. I meant to put it on the pinky eye side. It's reversed in my monitor, so sometimes I don't realize I'm doing that. Okay. I mean, it looks super pigmented when I first put it on my face. but it blended out super easy and super quick. So let me just go in again, and I'm going to add 2 dots this time. That is really pretty. I like that. I thought it was going to be too much, but no. It's a beautiful shade. I think I lifted my foundation a little bit underneath. I'll have to try it out with a different foundation because it could just be not meshing well with the cushion foundation. But I do love the color. I didn't think I was going to, but I do love the color. So let's go in and try the Lumi one now from L'Oreal in 610 Dewy Rich Coral. This is going to be a luminous blush. And I'm just going to put 1 dot to start with. And let me grab a different brush. So this is the same, exact same style brush, the F4 from ColourPop. I like to use these for, oh, that's pigmented. Okay. If you're looking for a nice coral summer tone, this is for you. Yeah, that is so pigmented. That one was a little harder to blend. I think I would kind of like go from the wand with my brush next time instead of applying that one directly to my face. I don't need to build this one up. It's not really showing off on camera like it is in person. I like both these blushes. I think they're both pretty. So next we have some powder blushes to try. I have some cream ones to try another time from Melt. Like I said, I've had so much stuff accumulating. Alright, so I have Delancey. Oh, that's a highlighter, not a blush. Alright, so it looks like powder-wise, I have the One Size Beauty Cheek Clapper. 3D Blush Trio. It's got Thirsty Yes Sir and Kisses Please in there. I think this is a blush slash highlighter. So we have this Melt Cosmetics Blush Light, which is a blush and a highlighter together. That almost, yeah, that looks kind of too deep for me. Alright, so let's go in with the One Size. So there is a cream blush in here, and there is a powder blush, and then there is the highlight. Let's go in with the powder blush. I'm going to use this Slim Miss Glam Angled Blusher P16. And I'm going to go into that powder blush there in the middle. Okay, that looks very pigmented. And I'm going to go over the pinky side from Unearthly with it. That's very pigmented. But very pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it on the other side too, over that Lumi tone as well. Alright, it layered nicely over both. Obviously, the Lumi side was more pigmented right off the bat, so it's going to be a little more pigmented on this side than the other side. But I like it. Super pretty. I like this formula. The powder. I do want to try the cream in it another time. And let me see if I want to try that highlighter or if I want to try this Delancey one. I want to try this Delancey one because it's a multi-chrome. It's in the shade 02 Diamond. And it's so pretty. It's got like a green to pink style shift. The packaging is a little hard to open. It's got a heck of a clasp on it. I don't know if I can show you the shiftiness in it. Not really. There's a short up on my Instagram, which is also Sweets Cosmetics Corner, and you can see the shift, the green to pink shift in it better in that video. Let me grab a highlighting brush. I'm going to go in with the Lunar Beauty LBF 6, and we're just going to go into that Delancey highlighter in the shade Diamond. And apply it. Okay. So it is a glittery highlighter, which is not my favorite. As I've told you guys, I'm more of a glow within type of person, but it is glittery. You can see the specks of glitter. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I would put this in the same category as my Glam Light highlighters, which is that glitter specky type highlighter. They're pretty, they're just not my favorite style of highlighter. Alright, now I want to go in, I'm actually going to try that One Size Beauty one, the highlighter from it, since it's pink as well. And just try it on the other side. Clean off my brush. Alright. Okay. I'm going to put it on the other side. Yeah, see, this one is a little more subtle. This one's a little more my speed. Very pretty though. I like it. Just kind of gives that glowy, complementary sheen to the blush, as opposed to super high impact glittery highlight. So it's just all personal preference. They're both beautiful, but I prefer the Patrick Star One Size Beauty one. Alright, I think we are actually back to finishing up the eyes now, and then we'll try on some mascara and lips. So let me kind of move some things out of the way and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and I found an eyeliner that I got in my Ice Cream Beauty box from Appeal. And this is in the shade Forest Green. So I think I'm going to put it in both waterlines of my eyes. And then I want to play with some shades in both the palettes that are a little more colorful on the lower lash line, and see how it turns out. Alright, so this is like a gel eyeliner. Well, it is a gel eyeliner, which is my favorite for the waterline. And I'm just going to put it right in the waterline. Okay, it's a nice dark green. Very creamy. You just see that kind of added a bit of a pop of color to the look. Okay. I like that color. I think it's very pretty. I mean, I have bluish green eyes, like they lean more green than they do blue, so it usually brings out my eyes. So I'm going to go into Leafy Tea, which is a green matte in the DD Signature Ultimate Cappuccino palette. I'm just going to go in with a smudge brush. It's the Laura Lee X-Liner Beauty number 2. And I am going to go in on the brown, the DD Signature side, basically. Okay. I'm just going to smudge that across. Okay. Super pretty. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. I'm going to take this one from Luxie. This is their 141 brush. And I'm going to go into Caramel French Toast. It's this really pretty, like, turquoisey green. That's what it kind of looks like in the pan, but I think it's more like an actual green. And I want to put that right at the beginning of my eye here. It has some fallout from that one, but I mean, look, I did not spray that. There is no glitter glue under that, nothing. And look at that shine. Yeah, DD Signature shimmers are gorgeous. I'm in love with them. I am, since there is no like greenish color matte in the Sugar Drizzle palette, I am going to go back into that Leafy Tea shade, and I'm going to go under the other eye with it as well. But then I want to use a shimmer from the Sugar Drizzle palette. Okay. Alright, I'm going to clean off that same pencil brush. Make sure there's no leftover pigment on it. And I want to go into Dragon Eye, which is this really pretty, like, bluey teal color in the Pomeria Dragon palette. And I'm not going to spray it. I am not going to put glitter glue, none of that. And I'm going to put it right at the beginning of this eye here. It's almost an almost identical shade. Yeah, very pretty. Like this one is a little more bluish looking on camera. This one's a little more minty looking on camera. But I love it. I think they're so pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna say right now I do prefer the DD Signature shimmers over the Sugar Drizzle ones at the moment, just because they're a lot more high impact, and I love my shimmers to be like, I want you to see me from space type thing. But that being said, Sugar Drizzle's shimmers are just as gorgeous. They're beautiful as well. It's just, you know, DD Signatures just happen to be a little more impactful. But like I said, I love both of these palettes. I am happy with both of them. And even better, I got them both in my Ice Cream Beauty subscription boxes, which are $25 a month. And you usually get, I think, 4 to 5 products. And lately, she's been killing it with collabing and having these indie brands in her boxes. So I definitely recommend both of these palettes. As you guys can see, they're both stunning. They're both gorgeous. Alright, now I have some mascaras to try. I think it's only going to be one though. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to try the Melt Cosmetics Super Natural Lash. And I got this in their mystery box. This is Ultra Black. I've heard this is a really good mascara. Ooh, I love the packaging. It's like very, feels like metal, like very cool and sleek feeling. Love that. Let me grab my eyelash curler. So it's kind of like a, I kind of call it the best of both worlds. It's like that medium-sized wand where, oops, where it's got the bit of a thickness to it, but also tapers down to skinnier. And this looks like it has like the grippies to like really grip and grab your lashes. Okay. Definitely gripping the lashes. Definitely lengthening. Alright, so no mascara. Like I told you guys before, I don't have very long lashes and they love to droop. I like this mascara. I still have tried better mascaras, but I like it. It's definitely got lengthening to it. I'm not really seeing any volume. I don't think it claims for that though. Okay, well it says for beyond real volume and length, but it says brush from the base of the lash and gently sweep up to tip. Layer 2 to 3 coats, allowing each coat to dry in between. Alright, so let me go ahead and apply to the other eye. And by the time I do this eye, the other eye should be dry enough. I almost poked myself in the eye. Dry enough to put another coat. Alright. Very quick drying. I like that. Alright, I'm adding my second layer. Okay. Alright, that is much better. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I love the fact it's drying down so quick. Alright, let me eat my words. I actually do see a big difference there with my lashes. I can kind of see it when I tilt my head. I know it's not easy to do with my style of lashes, but I like it. I think it's really pretty. I think it definitely adds to the look. Okay, it's definitely going in my drawer. Alright, so I don't have any setting powders to try. I do have some setting sprays though. And again, I did it again. I put the mascara on and forgot I had setting sprays to try, because I try not to do my mascara till after I've sprayed my face, because it tends to run on me. Let me let this dry down before I try to use anything. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not going to try the L'Oreal one today. And I have the Glam Light Fresh Prince one, or the Urban Decay All Nighter Hyaluronic Acid with Watermelon Fruit Extract. I think I'm going to try this one today. So, let's see here. Still not completely dry yet. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for these to dry down, we'll try some lip products, okay? Let me see what I got here. Alright, so we have some Lost Library lipsticks, which I'm on the fence about, because you guys know I'm not a big stick lipstick person. Like the ones that I mainly have are all, well, they're pretty much all from like collabs. Most of them are Glam Light here behind me. So that's really the only ones I tend to keep. So I'm kind of on the fence about trying the stick lipsticks. But I do have a Hydra Matte liquid lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics and a lip gloss from Gerard Cosmetics. So I'm going to try the Hydra Matte. And this came in the Ice Cream Beauty subscription box with the Plumeria Dragon palette. It's this pretty pink color. That's one thing I like about Ice Cream Beauty, is when they're cultivating their boxes, they try to match the color schemes. Like the green eyeliner was in there to kind of go with the greeny vibe of the shimmer, and you know, dragon green. And then the pink complements the pinky tones that are in the palette. So I love that she does that. Same with the highlighter that was put in there. It was a pink to green shift. Okay. So I have never tried Gerard Cosmetics liquid lip. Hydra Matte, Long Wear Hydra Matte liquid lipstick. Okay, I love this color, it's so pretty. Just kind of like that pretty pinky rosy tone, or almost like a blushy pink tone. Super pretty. Actually goes quite nice with the highlighters and the blushes, and even like the, I mean, it goes pretty with both eye looks, but especially the pinky tone one. I'm not sure if it dries completely down or not. I mean, it says a Hydra Matte, so to me that screams moisturizing, but also not shiny, you know, like matte. I mean, it does say long wear. I like this color. I think it's very pretty. Alright, let me see if this mascara is dry enough to spray my face. And then I think we'll try the gloss maybe over top of the liquid lipstick. Alright, so I love Urban Decay's All Nighter. And I don't know if this one has like a dewy finish or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But let me just... Definitely smells watermelony. I'm not a huge fan of these type of pumps just because they can be sporadic. And that one was a little bit, like I was feeling it kind of like coming out more at the top and the bottom of the spray than straight through the center of the spray. I may just have to run it under some hot water to kind of see if it's a little clogged. Alright. Super pretty. Have you guys tried the one, I think it actually says specifically dewy on it? Because here's the thing about me. I like to layer my setting spray. So I like one that is going to like mattify me down first to control my oils, right? But then I like to go back in over top with a dewy setting spray because I'm over 40, so I like to make my skin look nice and dewy and fresh, you know? I'm gonna see if this... Okay, so it does transfer a little bit, but it's not too bad. Alright, so let's go over with the gloss. And this is in the shade Salmon. Almost looks kind of peachy. There's a nice skinny doe foot. But there's a mirror on the back for when you're out and about to use. Okay, that's very orangey toned. It did add a nice little sheen. Layered over that pink I think is pretty. I don't know if I'm going to like this color on its own though, because it's got that like peachy orange, which is, well, I guess it's more like coral tone to it. But this is my finished look trying out some new to me makeup. I think it turned out super pretty. There's definitely some hits and there's definitely some misses in this for me. So let's talk about it a little bit. So I think my biggest hits with these products are definitely the two palettes, from one from Dee Dee's Signature and the one from Sugar Drizzle. Love both of these. Super pretty palettes. Love them both. So they're definitely big hits for me. The ZC Green Color Correcting Primer is actually one of the best green primers I have used. It did a really good job of covering up my redness, especially layered, that when I did the layer, the second one, more pinpointing. So this is definitely going in my drawer to keep. I really like the concealer. I just need a bit darker shade because this one is way too light on me. Like it's a very vast contrast between the foundation and this shade, so I'll probably pass this on to my sister if she wants it. and get me a different shade. But I do like how it performs. It's very full coverage, but I don't see it like clinging or showing like super fine lines or anything like that. So I do like it. The blushes, I like both of them. Like I said, the Lumi one from L'Oreal was more pigmented, a little harder to blend, so I had to work a little quicker with it than the Unearthly one. And the Unearthly one actually kind of surprised me, because when I first put it on, it was it looked super pigmented, but it blended out nice. My only thing is, and like I said, I'm gonna have to try it with another foundation, is it lifted product a bit. So this one I'm on a maybe with, gonna try it again. The green eyeliner from Appeal, I really like it. Super creamy. I love gel eyeliners that get creamy like that. As for longevity, I'll have to test it out today and see how long it lasts. And I'll try and remember to put in a pinned comment whether it was super long lasting or not. You know, I talked about it in the last new makeup video. I really like the glitter primer from Bella Beauty Bar. Really nice alternative to the NYX glitter glue. The powder, blushes, and highlighters. So I really like the One Size Beauty Cheek Clapper Trio. The powder in it is very nice, and I love the highlighter. The highlighter is like that sheeny glow that is very pretty to me. The Delancey highlighter, on the other hand, is very, very glittery. It definitely sticks out. I'd probably go back in, like, if I use it again, I'll probably go in with a lighter hand than I originally did, just simply because it is so glittery. So this one is not my favorite. It's just a difference in personal preference, because like I said, I don't like glittery highlights. I like glowy highlights. I do wear both, but I prefer more of a sheeny glowy highlight. What else? I'm kind of skipping around a little bit here. The Time Bomb primer. I don't like this. It makes your hands feel super greasy. Like, you feel like you gotta go wash your hands after you apply it. I can't stand that. And I really, like, it softened my pores a little bit, but not enough for me to be like wowed by it. I much prefer my, if it's gonna have the silicone feel to it, I much prefer the Benefit one over this. The Supernatural Lash from Melt, I really like this after I read the instructions about layering it and all that kind of stuff. So this is definitely keep going in my drawer. Okay, the foundation. This Viral Foundation, like I said, if you're someone with a very smooth skin tone, not a whole lot of texture, not a whole lot of fine lines and wrinkles, and you love full coverage, you'll like this. But I prefer more of a satiny foundation that is medium, light to medium buildable coverage, more in the medium range than full coverage. So this just isn't for me, and I don't like the fragrance. Like, the whole time I was applying it, it smelled like I had a perfume bottle under my nose, so I did not like that at all. So this, I might try it again one more time before I make my full decision on whether to keep it or not, but right now it's a no. And the lip products. So I really like the color of the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte Lip. Super pretty, love it. And it seemed like the transfer on it wasn't going to be too bad, and it wasn't drying and like sucking the moisture out of my lips, which would make sense since it says Hydra Matte. The gloss, the Gerard Cosmetics gloss in Salmon. Like I said, it's very pretty over this lip to give it a nice glossy sheen. So I'm gonna have to try this gloss again on its own because it's just that corally orangey tone that doesn't always work on me by itself, but I will try it and let you guys know. I think my least favorite thing other than the foundation would be this brow gel from Melt, Max Hold Clear Brow Gel. I mean, Max Hold, yeah, it definitely is a Max Hold. Like, my brows are not moving, but I don't like my brows to feel stiff, and my brows feel really stiff, like they're plastered to my face. And it, when I first opened it, it smelled like glue. I have a thing about things that smell like what they shouldn't smell like, in my opinion. So this and the foundation are definitely my least favorite products that I have tried today. I think that was everything other than the setting spray. So the setting spray, I wish Urban Decay would do different pumps. But that's, again, it's a preference thing. I don't care for, I know they're better for the environment than an aerosol, but I wish they would go more with something like the MAC Fix Plus does. Like, this sprays phenomenally. I don't ever have any problem with it coming out of this tube. I just don't care for the sporadicness of the spray, but I love how it made my makeup look. Super glowy, super like hydrating, fresh looking, and that's how I really like for my makeup to look, like my foundation, you know, full face done and all that kind of stuff. So I do like it for that. Alright, let me know what you guys think about these products. Do you have any of them? Are some of them like your favorite products, like your holy grails, or some of them like you just cannot stand, you would not buy, you would not recommend whatsoever? Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, there may be some lulls in between videos because of procedures getting done and things like that, because I'm scheduled for my next one, and then if that one works, then an RFA, and then I still haven't heard back about the eye stuff yet. But again, if you guys just kind of want to wish me luck with everything, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, so that is all. Like I said, finished look, love, you know, majority of what is on my face, with a few products not so much. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys would please like and subscribe down below, it really helps me out and I would appreciate it. Until next time, guys, bye.